first time that chess.
USA.org/ABC South Sudan. I'm David Muir in South Sudan, and from all of us here at ABC News and Night. Good night.
The greatest and biggest scandal in chess history.
I was shocked.
This is the greatest story in the chess world.
What's it like to be named in a $100 million loss?
Surprising.
This was huge for global headlines and one of the first times that chess was on everyone's radar.
This is bigger than chess.
These allegations were huge.
Holy that was my reaction.
This is Impact by Nightline, now streaming on Hulu. From America's #1 news source comes the all-new ABC News app. Breaking news, incredible video, faster, smarter, and it can customize to you and your interests. If you love being in the know, you're gonna love this. Experience what all the buzz is about. Experience the all-new ABC News app. Download it now.
Is that chess special about the guy who was sticking up
first move?
Who stuck a vibrator up his butt and was getting help from a computer? Get ready for the ABC News app. Once all these streaming networks start to notice they hit their target number, because they're keeping track of how many people let go of cable, and the more they realize cable is going further down and more people actually letting go of cable and releasing their packages with any satellite, all of a sudden the streaming networks you pay for are going to go up in price. The free streaming networks are going to start charging, and they'll even start taking shows you like, popular shows, and putting them on the premium package. So instead of watching your shows for free and then having like a premium service for like $1.99, then they'll take your favorite show, put it under the premium package, forcing you to pay an extra $1.99 a month, or go from $0 to like $6 a month. Netflix will go up to $20 a month. Everything's going to go up because they start realizing once people get rid of cable, they're never going to go back. Then they start swarming in all these upcharges. And next thing you know, you're paying more money. The reason you got rid of cable was to save money, and you're going to end up paying more money for all these streaming services than you were with cable in the first place. That's how they got you. What the fuck is this? The recording isn't available. Yeah, we're going to do that again. All right, guys, enjoy episode 4 of Kelly and Mark. Drink Jane Krakowski from 30 Rock and Ally McBeal, if you used to watch that show, and some girl named Monica doing some shit. So enjoy the show. Comment if you want. Dislike, like. Take a selfie of yourself. Do what makes you happy. But make sure you subscribe. I need it or I'll die.
Sandwich better. Let's
And don't go to McDonald's. McDonald's sucks. Make your own breakfast. Drink some green juice, goddammit.
Streaming only on Hulu.
It's live with Kelly and Mark.
Today, from the musical comedy series Schmigadoon, Jane Krakowski. Plus, our It Takes Two series continues with a challenge that just won't go away. The co-host sweater record attempt. Also, in honor of the upcoming Earth Day, free bargains exclusively for our amazing viewers. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
It is Thursday, April 20th, 2023.
Look at that Thursday. Week is flying by.
Flying by.
First week.
Woo. Laid back Thursday. That's how they say Happy Wee Day in the wonderful world of Disney. Shh. They're fucking high right now. Don't tell anyone.
Is almost in the books. How do you feel about it? How do you feel it's going?
I
feel high as hell,
I
Kelly.
think it's going just fine.
Just fine.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel
You're
good about
already, you and Gelman are matching. We're
Did you see
matching
that?
on songs.
This. Come on.
My
I like it.
gosh.
That's a nice spring
Very
color.
nice. Very,
Beautiful.
very nice. Yeah. So, give me your headline. The take.
Wait a minute, though. Are they wearing the same pants?
Are matching. We're
Did you see
matching
that?
on songs.
Yes, come on.
My
I like it.
gosh.
That's a nice spring
Gelman's wearing
colors.
jeans.
Very,
Beautiful.
very nice. Yeah. So, give me your headline. The takeaway.
About my experience so far?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really fun. Sometimes it's like drinking out of a fire hose a little bit with all the information that comes at you backstage.
Oh yeah.
You told me about that.
I told you about that.
But
Yeah.
everybody's
Because
real
all the
good.
producers want to brief you at the same exact time.
No, but all the information is good, so don't want to miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a blast.
Well, you said something very funny.
What did I say?
You said that it was like being shot out of a cannon. And it brings to mind, I was recording my podcast last week, and I was interviewing a newcomer to the business, a man named Michael Gelman. Yeah. AKA Gelman. And not since Nixon and Frost has there been such a comprehensive.
Did you go deep?
Oh, we went deep. Wow. And the reason I bring this up is because Gelman tells me this story about a time he was shot out of a cannon.
Is that right?
Yes. And he tells the story for no less than at least 58 minutes. It is a fascinating story.
On the show, you were shot out of
Live on national television.
Wow.
Yes.
Where was that?
We closed the street off right next to the sports club.
I mean, why bother closing the street off if you're going to be shot out of a cannon anyway? That's what I say.
They had a big mattress at the end, so you can do
big
you
air
do a
mattress.
tumble at the end, or
It was something like that. Yeah, the whole story.
was
But
this pre your fascination with trapeze?
Yes, this was pre-trapeze. Yeah, I did a lot of circus stunts, I guess.
Do you believe that you are maybe longing for that? There's a performer in you dying to get out, as we all know.
Yeah, Circus with the Stars. Yes.
And anytime you get the opportunity to don a spandex,
He leans into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
he
leans
leans
into it.
hard.
Did you have a
into it.
spandex suit on?
Custom made, yes, with a very special logo on the behind that said Regis and Kathy Lee.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
They really appreciated that.
Yeah, right on the tush.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tush
Did you wear a
of the-
big helmet?
Yes, I believe I wore a
I'm
helmet.
sure we have footage of that somewhere.
Yeah, there
don't
is
we?
somewhere. It's
We'll have to
in the archives.
In the
Well,
archives.
I've got to tell you, I was fascinated. I was like,
It was a fun interview.
I always find you very interesting to begin with,
Oh,
but you know, people don't realize how chatty Gelman is off camera. People go, "What's Gelman like off camera?" I go, "Well, get him talking," and he just like I was like, "How are you doing?" And he goes, "Let me tell you about the time I was shot out of a cannon." Anyway, so I just when he said that backstage, it reminded me of your story, which was, I mean, equal parts the funniest thing I've ever heard, the most upsetting thing I've ever heard. I was very concerned for you. Even though I wasn't here, I was sucked back in time. You're very good at telling a descriptive story.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. What do you have going on?
I got a lot.
Tell me.
Speaking of which, when you get people talking,
Yeah.
you know, when you're at a party and you say, "How are you?"
Ugh.
I know. First of all, do you really want to know the answer?
No, I'm trying to get to the buffet. How are you?
Right.
You know,
Right.
to the buffet.
Yes, it's not a real question. It's just like a polite question. Anyway, this article, if you really want to get to the end of the question, there's ways to ask it. Like if you really want to know the answer, you say, "How are you?" Really?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, but what if I don't want to really know? Don't ask that.
Don't
part.
ask it.
Right.
If you want to get the straight stuff, this is how you ask
So you
it.
go, how are you really?
Yeah, how are you really? Right? Which is a good one when our helpful friends do that to us sometimes.
Yes. Yes. We have very helpful friends
Yes.
that will say, how are you really?
How are you really?
And I think to myself, this is not a genuine concern.
No.
This
Yeah.
is a gossip session.
This is a gossip session.
Mhm.
How are you doing right now?
Oh.
Right.
I know. Again, I'm just trying to get to the buffet.
Right. What's been on your mind lately? Mm.
I would like for you to ask me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
But like tomorrow night.
Yeah, but I don't really want to know. I just
See, that's the problem.
I'm being. It's
This is the problem.
You're being polite.
We all are asking questions rhetorically out of polite, because this is what we are trained to do, right? I see everybody shaking their head.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not alone.
It's just
So we say things like, how are you? But it's really just like, I'm trying to maneuver around you. I'm trying to dance
Right.
around you.
How are you? How are the kids?
Yeah.
How's everything?
How's everything? How's everybody? Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So these are questions.
That's a rich snobby thing, because when I ask someone how's everything, I expect them to let me know how Cindy's doing at her flute, playing the flute. I want to know how Greg's doing. Did he make the football team? How are, you know what I mean? Is Marsha and Jan, are they still fighting? Remember, they went to summer camp. One was interested in archery. The other one was interested in canoeing. They couldn't do both. They had to choose. They got in a fight. One shaved the other's head. If I say, how are you? Don't just be like, oh, everything's great. I want to know. How you doing? Oh, well, you know, it's had a flat tire 2 days ago, so I was late to work, got in a fight then with my boss because I was supposed to be late. We were supposed to have a meeting. We ended up closing the deal. He said that I wasn't a part of it, even though I'm the one that made the introduction. You know, I met this guy 14 years ago when I was in college, and then I bring him in later with his boss to close a deal with us. They're going to be selling the parts, or we're going to be buying the parts, but because I wasn't in the actual deal in the boardroom, they cut me out of the commission. You know, have you ever been in this, like, just go into one of those? I don't want any pigs in a blanket. I don't need any mini quiche. I want to know, how's your wife's menstrual cycle? Sit down. Let's talk about it. I'm going to rub your leg, give you a little pat, maybe a little And then at the end, I'm going to give you a kiss on the mouth. I'm going to go get you some shrimp. Let's talk about it. Put in the comments section. Do you want to hear how my day's really going?
Hey,
Yeah.
oh, great.
Yeah. So these are questions.
These are questions
but
if you
these are
really
if you
wanna-
want a deeper dive.
If you want to do it, if somebody asked me a question like that, I would probably feel very uncomfortable.
I like this one. What question do you wish someone would ask you right now?
I'm going to ask you that tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you that tonight.
Have the phone running.
Yeah.
Of course.
I will. I'll record it.
Or what word would you use to describe your life right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
What word would I use to describe my life right now?
Interesting.
Interesting? That's the worst word.
I understand that.
Interesting is the word we use when we don't know what else to say. Oh, I
Interesting.
found, what did you think of the performance piece? It was interesting.
Or when you pitch an idea, we have a production company, and you pitch an idea, and people are trying to be polite, or they say the response is like,
That was really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is code
It's a
for
death note.
they hate it.
I hate it.
They hate it.
And they want to leave on good terms.
That's right.
This makes me very sad.
Okay.
I don't know how some of you will feel. Some of you won't know what I'm talking about because there's a wide swath of age ranges in this room. But some of you will be crushed internally. It looks like the Tupperware party is over.
What? Wasn't that code for something?
I got to say, they just said they got a production company. Put in the comments section, would you trust them pitching to them? Because I feel like I would have to get 2 lawyers and have them sign several pieces of paper, having them acknowledge that they will be sued and that they will willingly pay a penalty if they even came out with an idea remotely close to mine. Okay? Because they seem like the type, and no judgment here, but I'm incredibly judging them. They seem like the type where if I pitched them an idea and they thought it was good, they would look at me and say, we're going to pass. That's not for us. Or that doesn't sound great. Good luck, though. And then like a year later, they're going to come out with a show that is similar to mine. It's either they're going to straight up just steal mine and say, you know what? He won't be able to sue us. He doesn't have the money. And if he does sue us, we'll gladly pay him like a small percentage. But instead of us owning like 20% or something and him, and investing in his show, we'll steal his show. Take the chance that we don't got to pay him anything. And if anything, maybe we have to pay him a settlement, a lawsuit. But for the rest of time, we'll have to pay him a small percentage, but we'll be the majority owners in the show. And they'll straight up steal your show. And they'll even if they won't just straight up steal it, they will take your show and they'll try to tweak it a little from what you said. So Maybe they'll, if you had a show set in a park, they'll set it on a beach. Maybe it was around a family with 2 kids and 3, a family of 2 kids and 3 animals that like all try to like live on a beach, and it's a reality show. Maybe they'll change it to 1 kid or 4 kids and 1 pet, or no, they'll eliminate the pets, just enough to scathe that line of stealing. So they go in front of a judge and say, there's similarities, but we didn't take his show, right? Like Pepsi and Coke, they're not the same. Our recipe is different. They seem like the type that would straight up love your idea, tell you no to your face, and then you'd see it on the air, tweaked a little bit. They don't seem like honest business people when it comes to being a producers. They seem like they're very, very cocky, and they're very, very self-absorbed, and they are addicted to being on television, to being a very well-known New York power couple, if you would. And I think they've drank their old Kool-Aid. They think their shit don't stink, and they think they're above the law. And I bet they think they could fucking steal someone's idea and get away with it. And they know enough lawyers, and they know the ins and outs where, like I said, if I sue them and they made, say, $50 million, they might have to give me, like 10% of that. You know what I mean? In a lawsuit, if it was proven that there were similarities, and maybe I'd be getting 10% of all like revenue for life, but they'd be getting 90%. They'd get 45 million. You know what I mean? As opposed where if they invested in me and it made 50 million, they might get like 10 or 15 million and I'd get 35. They would do that. That's what everyone's doing. Musicians are doing it. They just steal people's songs without paying the amount of money they have to pay the owners, the copyright owners of songs. When they sample songs or they just steal songs, they just steal the music. They replay the music on their own instruments. And then everyone's doing it to Marvin Gaye. Ed Sheeran's doing it to Marvin Gaye. Robin Thicke and T.I. and what's his face did that song. Pharrell, they stole that song from Marvin Gaye. It's like they think Marvin Gaye's relatives are just old and senile. And they don't care. And the thing is, if they steal a popular song, they just remake it and they just replay the music on their own instruments. They write their own lyrics, and then if they get sued, they just pay you. They pay you a percentage, but you still get to own the rights to your song and still get to make money off of it. You just don't get to make as much. No judge is ever going to say you've made $100 million over the last 10 years of this song and you ripped it off from someone. Give all your money to that person. No, it's going to be like you have to give them 20% or 30%, but still, you still get 70% of a song that was never yours. It's a win-win. You're never going to get punished. The worst thing that happens is you give a little bit. Oh, so I make $0 or I make $30 million, have to give 20 of it, and I make 10. So would I rather make 30 and give 20 of it away and walk with a profit of 10 million, or not make it at all because it's the right thing to do and make 0? They seem like shady fucking business people. I'll tell you that real quick. Put in the comment section. Do you agree?
What did you think of the performance piece? It was interesting.
Or when you pitch an idea, we have a production company, and you pitch an idea, and people are trying to be polite, or they say the response is like,
that was really interesting.
Yeah. which is code for
death knell.
They hate it. They hate it,
and they want to leave on good terms.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. This makes me very sad.
Okay.
I don't know how some of you will feel. Some of you won't know what I'm talking about because there's a wide swath of age ranges in this room. But some of you will be crushed internally. It looks like the Tupperware party is over.
What? Wasn't that code for something? Yeah, wasn't that code for something when you're like going to a Tupperware party and there are actually other things happening over there? I've never heard that, but
what kind of Tupperware parties do you go to?
Oh, no. I was never invited to these Tupperware parties, but I thought that women had different parties where they would showcase different things.
No, we actually went to Tupperware parties.
No. Put in the comments section. Do you think that Tupperware parties is code for something else? Because I know what he's alluding to. He's not going to say it on TV. Also, even if this was like HBO, he wouldn't say it because he's afraid he might be wrong and he'll look like even more of a jackass than he already is. But he thinks that Tupperware party is code for like a sex toy party. That's where he's getting at. He thinks that when girls say they're going to a Tupperware party, what they're really doing is they're going to a party where someone comes with vibrators and dildos and vibrating panties and edible underwear and bras with little like zippers right over the nipples and leather and studs and all that. That's what he thinks. He thinks it's a sex toy party. At first, he made you think that maybe he's like, oh, that's what girls say, but really it's not a Tupperware party. It's an excuse to drink wine and get drunk and gossip. And sure, there's Tupperware and they'll look and maybe they'll buy some, but it's really an excuse. But the drinking, to drink, if you want to get together with your girls and just drink and gossip, that's a book club. If you want to buy dildos and vibrators in private and you don't want to go to the store and be seen, that's a Tupperware party. Because really, who the hell is buying Tupperware nowadays when you could just order Chinese food and keep the containers they give you? Any restaurant from now, especially with DoorDash and all these deliveries and Grubhub, you get all these foods delivered. They're making sure, restaurants are investing in some high quality to go. It's no longer styrofoam and aluminum and stuff. They're giving you stuff that you could that's dishwasher safe. I got a whole stack of containers from different restaurants. They're all black containers with plastic tops. Put in the comment section, do you buy Tupperware or do you just save the to-go containers from restaurants? Thinks that girls aren't buying Tupperware, they're buying dildos and vibrators. That's where you got those panties from, the Tupperware party. You realize you realize your wife's going to a Tupperware party, and then 3 weeks later you got some leftover macaroni and cheese or chili rellenos, and you want to put them in some Tupperware, and you figure, hey, it'll make my wife happy if I use that new Tupperware. She doesn't want to spend all that money or spend all of my money buying stuff, and then no one uses it, and you can't find it. Yet last Saturday night she showed up with a pair of fruit roll-ups around her coochie and a diamond-studded, bra with, little goldfish crackers hanging from her nipples through a little barbell piercing. It's not 2 + 2 is 4. Come on now, people.
I was never invited to these Tupperware parties, but I thought that women had different parties where they would
sex parties,
different things.
No, we actually went to Tupperware parties. At least in my house.
You mean where they're selling the devices?
Devices.
Oh,
What devices are you talking about?
They also did, from the Tupperware party, they used to sell certain home fun devices at these
toys.
Parties. Yeah.
Did you not know this?
You mean like the tennis on the TV?
Yeah, tennis on the TV. Yeah, tennis on the TV. Yeah. No, like a back massager. A back massager, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, a back massager party. Oh,
they're adult toy parties.
Yes.
Adult toy parties.
How do you not know this?
Yes.
What's going on with the top?
Well, I guess we all know now that Kelly Ripa uses a back massager on her vagina when she masturbates. These are the things you never would have gotten with Ryan Seacrest as co-host. Put it in.
They're done?
Yeah, they're done.
Adult toy parties.
Yes.
Adult toy parties.
How do you not know this?
Yes.
What's going on with the top? They're done?
Yeah, they're done. They're saying, they've never really been able to.
And it looks like they did an edit. If you look like they're talking about it, and he goes, "You didn't know this," and then it goes real quick to just an edit. So what? They're done. So it seems like when they were recording, they were talking about it, and they decided to edit their adult toy conversation out. I don't know if they actually had the conversation and it lasted like 5 minutes and they just edited it out, or if they were talking about it for a few seconds and someone said, you know what, cut, don't go into there, just change the subject. So they changed the subject and they had to edit out like a quick little 30 seconds. But this is not natural transition or a natural segue. They edited something out, and the edit was so quick that he changes subjects. Pay attention to Mark, how he changes subjects.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, a back massager party. Oh,
they're adult toy parties.
Yes.
Adult toy parties.
How do you not know this?
Yes.
What's going on with the top? They're done?
Yeah, they're done. They're saying, you know, they've never really been able to properly trademark things like plastics that you take away. I mean, you can trademark Tupperware, but the idea behind Tupperware is not trademarkable, patented.
There's so many different varieties now,
so
right?
many different
And
varieties.
You can get them anywhere.
You can get them cheaper.
Right.
You can get them, but I
The next
still
day.
I am old school like that. I'm a child of the 70s.
Yeah.
Tupperware and Avon, long live forever, you know. And I love a lady party because we can all agree that's really just an excuse for the moms to get together and get drunk.
What was the other thing? There was Avon. There was.
I blame the Real Housewives, as a matter of fact, because they now day drink for no reason, and I think that they should be forced to have an Avon or a Tupperware party.
Who was the other one? There was Avon. There was Tupperware. Was it like Mary Kay?
Mary Kay.
And there'd be a lady in the neighborhood, a pink Cadillac.
Yes, she won.
And you're like, she won the pink Cadillac because she sold the most.
80
And then there was a
million.
vitamin brand they used to sell. Like,
Well, your mom was the vitamin.
Shackley.
Your mom was a Shackley.
We had vitamins everywhere.
Yep.
And cleaning products.
all right.
First thing your mom, like when I married into your family, I was indoctrinated into the ways of Shackley.
Basic H.
Basic H was the cure for, you know how my big fat Greek wedding with the Windex?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was there with Basic H.
Or like she'd use it for mosquito repellent as well.
Mosquito repellent.
Yeah.
If you had a sore throat, if you had
No,
stain
no.
on the carpet, you name it.
Is that a clean? No, that was antipiol.
Antipiol.
This was this ointment that you could only get in Italy. It was horrible. It was like really, really pasty, but it was a cure-all.
It was a cure-all.
Yeah.
And I believe it worked. But you can't get it anywhere else. You have to go to Italy to get
I
it.
wonder if they still make it.
I'm sure they do.
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to go to Italy. Apparently, you could go to the Consuelos, the Casa Consuelos, and get all the illegal medicines.
Antipiol.
Antipiol.
Or the White House.
This was this ointment that you could only get in Italy. It was horrible. It was like really, really pasty, but it was a cure-all.
It was a cure-all.
Yeah.
And I believe it worked. But you can't get it anywhere else. You have to go to Italy to get
I
it.
wonder if they still make it.
I'm sure they do.
We'll look it up.
Yeah. We should probably buy some and bring it here for our myriad ailments that we are constantly suffering from.
Antipiol.
Antipiol. Yeah. We've got a big show today.
Huge.
Change
Krakowski. Star backstage. Monica Mangin's here. We're going to look at green gifts, right? They're all 50% off. Earth Day. What can we do?
And we continue. It takes 2 weeks when Mark and I attempt to set that stupid Guinness World Record for the most jumpers, aka sweaters, put on in 30 seconds by a team of 2, which I'm convinced you have to be drunk to actually achieve. It's currently held by
2 drunk people.
Yes. 2 drunk people.
By 2 producers on the staff.
That's right.
Loose, right?
You and Ryan have not been we're not able to do it. But,
That's right.
How many times have you tried it?
Jan and Jim.
Jan and Jim hold the world record. And I believe
Because they were wasted.
well, they were wasted the first time they broke the record, but then they did it here sober, allegedly.
Yes.
They were allegedly sober
Yes.
when they did
And
it.
you and Ryan did not do
Ryan
it.
and I failed at
happened?
this how many times?
At least 3.
I think it was more than 3.
I thought it was more than
Maybe
How
4
close
or
did you
5.
get?
Not nowhere close. Here's the thing, and I fear that you have this problem.
Because Ryan
also.
loses on purpose.
You both have people that get you dressed in the morning. You have dressers.
I get myself dressed in the morning.
You put that sweater on by yourself.
I did.
Okay, well, maybe then you get a chance.
Yeah.
But Ryan, every time we put the sweater on him, I was like, have you never put a sweater on before? It was like dressing a baby.
I can trust
He was like,
myself
I don't know
all
where.
the time.
Okay,
many years.
Okay, well, we'll see.
We believe in Mark. Come on.
We're going to break this losing streak.
It's a very strange thing. It happens way faster than you think. You've got to be very nimble.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you have to be missing bones in your body.
Who's doing what?
You're catching and I'm pitching.
You're pulling over. You're pulling over.
Yeah. My job is to pull the sweater over
My
your back.
big back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What time is it?
It's time for Grow For It Spring Trivia.
Grow for it.
So who's doing what in this sex? I'm pitching, you're catching. So you're grabbing my hips and pulling my butt towards your groin? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna pull your pants down. I'll pull my pants down. All right.
What time is it?
It's time for Grow For It Spring Trivia.
Grow for it.
That was our trivia dancer, Sandre Memo from New York.
There you go. All right. So let's say hello to.
Grow For It Spring Trivia.
Grow for it.
That was our trivia dancer, Sandre Memo from New York.
There you go. All right, so let's say hello to Joseph Martinico from Smithtown, New York, who watches us on WABC.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Joseph, how are you?
Very good. Congrats on the new job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What are you doing there? You're feeding a horse. Is that one of your horses?
No, I was on vacation in a dude ranch, and the horse helped himself to the coffee.
That's amazing. Was it fun to be at the Dude Ranch?
Oh, it was gorgeous. Beautiful. Clear, nice, quiet.
We should
We
do
should
that.
do a Dude Ranch.
Yeah, dude.
Just a couple of dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, Joseph, you gave us two statements. One's true, one's false. We have 60 seconds to decide which one is the truth. If you stump us, you get the mug.
Bathing is magic.
Yeah, listen. It's my job here to make sure you do not stump us.
All right, way to go.
Here are your two
We
statements.
want our viewers to win these mugs.
Sure.
You want to win the trip.
Yeah, I want them to win the trip, but I want to save these mugs for us.
Spirit.
We're not just giving these mugs away.
Yes,
Sometimes
we
we
are.
do.
We give them away.
These are very important. These are very important. All right, here are your two statements. First statement is, I caught a barracuda without a fishing pole. Or I grow bonsai trees.
Ooh, gosh.
How did you catch this barracuda with your bare hands?
You have to catch the barracuda. Because I know that's a thing in like parts of Missouri and Arkansas where they have fish that people, just locals, go down and they will jump in and catch fish with their bare hands. A bonsai tree, I don't even know if you could grow a bonsai tree. You could buy a bonsai tree probably but to say you grow them, that suggests that you professionally plant seeds and grow multiple bonsai trees, and I just don't think anyone does that. I'm going to say right off the bat, caught a barracuda without a fishing pole is the truth. Put in the comment section what you think.
Hands.
No, I used a drop line. I was going for a pompano fish. And it's like a cartoon. I caught a little fish, and the big fish jumped onto the little fish.
Okay. All right, and where was this?
It was in Pompano Beach, Florida.
Got it. Okay.
And how many bonsai trees have you grown?
I have about 6 now. The oldest one is about 5 years old.
And I was just going to say, how long does it take to grow? But you have to prune them, right?
Yeah, you prune them. You got to, every year you unpot them, repot them again. It's the slowest hobby in the world. Like watching grass grow.
How big are they? How tall are they?
You can grow them any size, but they're usually of tabletop height. I have them in the garden on little stands.
God,
I know. I'm very.
Yeah.
These both sound like truths.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that's the true statement?
Yeah, I think that's the true
This
statement.
one?
Yeah.
So we should go with this one. So he wins.
No.
Yes. Yes. We should go with this one.
Here's why I also think bonsai is a lie. If you notice, when Kelly asked him, how many bonsai trees do you have? He said, oh, we got about 6. About 6? Like, how do you confuse that? Like, I don't know. It could be 4 or 5, might be 7. It's about 6. If you're going to say about or around, usually you go in increments of 5. Oh, it's about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No one says, oh, it's around 6.5 minutes. No, it's about 5. It's about 10. Like, do you ever say, how many kids do you have? Oh, about 6. Like, I understand if you had like 30, or like 40 bonsai trees or 100, or someone says, oh, so like how many different, maybe, how many different bottles of wine do you have in your collection? Roughly around 1,200, roughly 600, about 150, right? How many bottles of wine do you have in your collection? About 6. I'm not really, like, you should know, 6. How many bonsai trees do you have? I have 6. No, it's around 6. That tells me it's a lie. So now we're going to see them do their little now we're going to do this little test. Remember, in the previous episode, Mark won the battle of the who wears the pants in the family, where they wanted to go with different answers, and he basically told her to shut up and said, quieted her down, and she cowered like a little lamb with her nose in the grass, and he picked the answer he wanted. And now she's going to fight back, and we're going to see, because she wants to go with the opposite of what he thinks is the right answer to make sure they lose and the caller wins. He wants to go with what he thinks is the right answer because he wants the caller to lose. And if she is fighting to go with the opposite of what he says, that means she agrees with him. Because if she didn't agree with him, she'd be like, okay, if that's the answer you think, go ahead, my love. Why don't you just say your answer? I'll let you. Because in her head, she's like, yeah, that's the wrong answer. But she obviously agrees with him. And I think they both think that the Barracuda is the story, the true story. And she wants him to say bonsai is the true story, just like I do. So we'll see who ends up winning out. They do agree on what the correct answer is, but now she wants to throw it and he wants to win. So let's see who wears the pants in the family. Volume 2. Battle number 2 between the battle of the pants. Battle number 2 and the war of the pants.
No.
Yes. We should go with this one so that he wins.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take this one. Because I probably will win anyway. I think I'm wrong.
Joseph, there's a new sheriff in town, and I'm sorry.
That's twice.
Joseph, I think you caught a barracuda without a fishing pole.
Wrong. Thank you.
You get the mug.
Thanks so much.
And now Deja's going to spin the wheel to see what else you're playing for.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, a great trip for two to Waikiki
Oh, wow.
Beach in Hawaii, the Marriott Resort and Spa. 7 days, 6 nights. It includes a $200 daily food and beverage credit, 2 spa treatments. It's a prize valued at $9,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Joseph, good luck.
Here we go, Joseph. All right. Last week, the First Lady, Jill Biden, was on the show. What did she say? What was her first job that she could earn money in college? What did she do as a job?
Waitress at the Jersey Shore.
Correct.
Yes.
Congratulations. You and the guests will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Waikiki Beach Marriott Resort and Spa. Overlooking the world-famous Waikiki Beach, this newly renovated beachfront resort offers unparalleled service, thoughtful amenities, and sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean. Enjoy the resort's dramatic new 1-acre pool and amenity deck featuring private cabanas and open-air.
And what type of cancer did Jill Biden say she got from waitressing at the Jersey Shore?
Looking the world-famous Waikiki
1-acre
this
pool.
newly renovated beachfront resort offers unparalleled service, thoughtful amenities, and sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean. Enjoy the resort's dramatic new 1-acre pool and amenity deck featuring private cabanas and open-air restaurants, live music, and entertainment, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,000.
Congratulations,
I'm
Joseph.
so happy
That's
for you. Not
huge.
only did you beat Mark, but you got that trip.
You're the best, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have fun. Coming up next, Jane Krakowski.
Still ahead on Live. It Takes Two Week continues when Kelly and Mark attempt to break the record for the most sweaters put on in 30 seconds by a team of two. Monica Mangin is here with some green bargains, all for 50% off. And coming up next, Jane Krakowski.
The magic.
So the question is, did he get lucky, the caller, or did he strategically know, because he's been watching, that just like you and I know, that Mark wears the pants, makes the decision, and overrides and overrules Kelly all the time. So he'll be making the decision, which means he's going to be trying to get you to lose. So he said, "Oh, about 6 bonsais," making Mark believe that's a lie. The Barracuda's the truth, and I'm going to say the truth, and he tricked him. The question is, if it was Kelly and Ryan, would he have then lost because they would have said the Barracuda is the truth? So they're going to say the bonsai is the truth, hoping they lose on purpose, and they end up getting it right like they've been doing the last couple weeks when Ryan was there? Or would he have known that Kelly and Ryan together want to lose, so he wouldn't have said about 6? Oh, about 6 bonsais. He would have said, I own 6, and he would have made it sound firm. So that way they would have thought bonsai is the truth, Barracuda's the lie. We're going to say Barracuda's the truth. And that way he would have won. So was it luck, or did he strategically know that he had to change his answer and make the firm statement of bonsai with Kelly and Ryan be into a kind of lackadaisical? That's probably not a real word. But more of a not such a firm statement. Did he purposely make it sound like about 6 bonsais as a strategy because he knew Mark would be making the final decision? Put in the comments section. What do you think?
Okay.
What? Okay. And go to PetSmart. Treat your pets to a $50 haircut. Why buy a blow dryer when you could pay PetSmart $20 to blow dry your dog for 5 seconds? All right. Enjoy Jane Krakowski, my favorite. Oh, no.
Open up.
Do it.
Do it.
Today.
Hi. Love what you've done. Thanks. Look, I finally cut the cable, switched to Verizon.
Shout out
Internet. Cable
to
internet wasn't
this
cutting
girl
the
from
mustard,
SNL.
right?
Shout out to the girl from SNL. Verizon Wireless probably pays better than SNL. Okay, now we go. Okay.
Satisfaction guarantee with Verizon Home Internet. Verizon.
You came out, you're like, boy, oh boy, do you put on a lot of cologne. I'm like, oh gosh.
Well, because when the haze fell, it goes to the floor, and I slipped in it. You wanna come smell Mark, or keep smelling over there?
I love that kid. Oh, that was awesome.
Thanks to that kid, I got you to part with that horrible cologne.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. He was the reason. His wife saying, I don't like that smell, he didn't care. But the kid came and was disgusted and proposed. Then he got rid of the cologne. Hey, on tomorrow's show, Cheryl Lee Ralph will be here.
And Annalie Ashford.
This But I'm glad you did the long walk because it was like watching a runway, like a fashion runway.
We got to sit next to each other at
We
a
did.
wonderful, I want to say wedding. It felt like a wedding, but it was a
It's a birthday party. Yep.
And we got to catch up, and you told me that I love.
We bonded
Yes.
on our mutual love of Vancouver and working there.
I think it's one of the most special cities.
Me too. I love it so much, and my son loves it so much.
Did he
so
like
it's
it
kind
too?
I'm sure your kids did too when
Yes.
you were there regularly and filming a
They
lot.
loved it. They
I just
didn't
want
mind
to say
it.
congratulations on your first
Oh, thank
week.
you so much. Thank you.
I'm so excited to be here on your first week, and there's a frisson in the air, isn't there?
Oh,
there is.
frisson.
There's
special
certainly
There's a
is.
lot happening
And
backstage.
also, I feel like you are a family member, you know, and so with you coming here, it really is like we're bringing Mark.
Right. That's so
You know,
sweet.
I felt
That's
that
so
way
nice.
when I
Thank
saw
you.
Jane backstage.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of your son, he just celebrated a birthday, and you know, I still call him your newborn baby. And so he will forever be a newborn. And in my mind, he is a newborn, but he's how old now?
He's 12.
Which is ridiculous.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
I remember we were shooting a show, I think it was on Zoom, and you were doing your interview, and he was walking backstage. And
Oh,
he
yes,
got in the
yes,
shot.
yes,
He got-
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
you're
behind
right.
the- not backstage, behind the camera.
Yeah, Dorothy. He thought that was really fun.
It
during
was
the
fun.
time. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. To interrupt any live video and be on TV so his friends could see him.
How did you celebrate his birthday?
Well, we were just visiting Los Angeles, and we went to Super Mario World for his actual birthday, and we had a blast. He loves that movie and the games and all that. So we
have a couple 20-year-olds that would love
Yeah. No, we actually have a 25-year-old who was like, "Hey, Mom, for my next birthday, can we go to Super Mario World?" And I'm like, "You can do that because you're an adult." And
it's pretty spectacular. And it was such a super fun day. And the sweetest thing was that he just kept hugging me, like spontaneously hugging me, which at 12, like you don't get that every day all the time now.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, he's really having a nice birthday here because he just kept hugging and saying thank you.
What's the best ride? What was the favorite thing?
Well, our favorite ride is Super Mario World is like amazing, and that was incredible. But our favorite ride is the Mummy at Universal.
Oh, okay.
So what we did was we take a ride of the Mummy on the way into like Super Nintendo World, and then we did it on the way out again. Have you ever done that one?
No.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm a roller coaster fan.
We're owned by Disney. What is this Universal? I have
What
never
is this
heard
Universal
of that.
you speak of?
This foreign world you speak of.
You mean there is another world?
Totally. I speak of nothing. We went nowhere.
We went nowhere. We did nothing. No, do you have I saw you. We're showing the clip of you trapezing, which seems that you've been doing it your whole life. Is that is that a hobby you have?
No. I learned it just for this show.
You're kidding.
No, come on now. You got to know. I don't trapeze my whole life. They just set up a trapeze and they say, look, you're going to swing upside down and sing these lyrics. I mean, I didn't have to learn how to trapeze. I had to learn the lines to the song. All they do is they just come up and they have trapeze artists and they put her legs up on, they flip her upside down, they put her legs on, and then they say, all right, we're going to be rolling, and then we're just going to push you, and just like a swing set, you're going to swing back and forth, and then just start singing. And to just teach someone to sit on a trapeze, and I mean, it's basically like the monkey bars. I mean, dude, it's a fucking television show with editing. They could take you watching now that's never been on a trapeze before, and within 5 minutes, teach you how to sit on top, put your legs around and bend down and do these moves. And then if you mess up, they'll just do it. It might take you 10 or 11 takes, but when the final product airs, you look like you're a professional. See, that's the thing. You're not being a trapeze artist. You are acting like a trapeze artist because you are not a trapeze artist. You are an actor. Yes, I eat ribs for breakfast. Thanks for asking.
Oh, no. I learned it just for this show.
You're kidding.
Yeah. It said that my character enters on a trapeze, and I was like, that sounds fun. And then there was no other reference to it. And I love to learn new things, and especially to add any physicality to any of the parts I'm doing. And so I said, could I go in Vancouver where we shot to trapeze school before we filmed The Number and see if I could learn any more tricks. And then they let me, and then they ended up opening the entire ceiling of the set that we were on so I could fly all the way through the whole entire courtroom and set.
Will you keep up with it?
I don't know. If I could bring that party trick out.
Oh, I'm telling you, Gelman trapezes regularly.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Community?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you've got a technique, Kelvin.
In Bridgehampton, there's a Bridgehampton, right?
Yes.
There's a big trapeze setup there.
Well, then I'm going to keep it up. What kind of moves do you have, Gelman?
Oh, my gosh.
I got some big backflips and
I got moves you ain't never seen before. I think that's a line from Pretty Woman. I could be wrong. Put in the comments.
Keep it up. What kind of moves do you have, Gelman?
Oh, my gosh.
I got some big backflips and what else do I do?
Number 17.
Number 17.
Spread eagle. He's got the spread eagle down.
Catch a return.
Yes, he's got to catch and return.
I love it.
Yeah, you should do it with him. And I will film it.
I can't wait. Yes, we'll do a special. We'll do like a live special from the trapeze school.
Do you play sports? Because we recently tried to take up tennis.
That's the one I like to play.
Are you good?
No.
Oh my gosh.
But it's fun though, right? Isn't
I
it so
love
much
it
fun?
so much. And I take lessons every summer. I play daily every summer. And I go from advanced beginner back to beginner in the winter and then back to advanced beginner.
Oh.
I never seem to get any better. And it drives me
But
nuts.
you don't practice during the winter then?
Not as much, no.
Okay.
Very rarely. Do you guys?
No.
We've taken like 3 tennis lessons.
Oh, so we'll be great together.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty terrible. Although he's like naturally sporty, but I am absolutely terrible. But I love it so much that it doesn't even bother me that I'm terrible. Usually when I'm bad at something, I'm like, this is dumb.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm the same way. I love the game so much. I love watching it.
Yeah.
I love playing it.
It's fun.
Love it. We'll have to play one day together.
You'll smash me. It'll be great. We have to take a commercial break. We're going to talk about Schmigadoon when we return.
Still ahead on Live. Don't miss it with Kelly and Mark try to make a world record.
Oh, here's a little Schmigadoon for you.
Schmigadoon, where are you?
Maybe it's one of those places you only go once and never return.
Like Soul Cycle.
Welcome to Chicago.
This is very different.
Oh, yeah. These musicals are darker, with more sex and violence.
You still want the girl?
You need my help to answer the question?
No, thank you.
Come on. So it's basically The Naked Gun or like Hot Shots the movie, but they do it for Broadway musicals. But it's not a whole bunch of different Broadway musicals. It's one specific spoof of one Broadway musical. Oh my God, what's going on?
I think it's one of the most special cities.
Me too. But I...
Oh my God.
Because we recently tried to take up tennis.
This is what happens when you try to play one little commercial, allegedly.
Fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. Swiffer, so wow. So worth it.
Sorry, I'm late. I hope there aren't any. Objection. Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
I wish you would.
Yes! That was a clip from season 2 of Schmigadoon.
So that scene right there, was it originally written where you're just supposed to like come down from a trapeze just sitting there and then hop off? And then after you're going to school, you learn that trick how to flip backwards, and then they added that to the script? Or like how was the script different than the way the final product was? Because if all they had you do, if it was written for you to do a simple backflip, then any of the new tricks you learned, they didn't show unless it's later in the show.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
I wish you would.
Yes! That was a clip from season 2 of Schmigadoon. That was fantastic. Tell us about it.
Nobody knows how to make an entrance like you. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. So season 1 was called Schmigadoon, and it was about the golden age of musicals. Now it's called Schmicago, and it is the musicals of the 60s and 70s. We are no longer in Schmigadoon.
Right.
We've traded in gingham and corn pudding for garter belts and murder.
How great. My favorite musicals also, are they a lot of yours, the Fosse-esque musicals?
Exactly. That's why I think I love this season
Yeah.
so much, and I think that's why the response has been so wonderful, because it's the musicals that a lot of people love. The Chicago, Hair, Annie, Sweeney Todd. I mean, I could go on
Yeah,
and
all
on, but
wrapped up.
all wrapped into one.
And so you play Bobby Flanagan.
I play Bobby Flanagan, who is the morally flexible lawyer of Chicago, and physically flexible sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Who will pull any bell and whistle to try to win the case, and she's very good at what she does.
I like that they've made like Billy Flynn a woman.
Right, yes, we have
So
gender
great.
swap basically that character for Bobby Flanagan, which is, if you're a musical theater fan, another reference to the most recent production of Company where they made that Bobby a woman for the first time. So there's so many great musical references and Easter eggs, and if you know musical theater, you'll get it on a whole another level, but if you don't, you'll just be so entertained by all the amazing performers that are in it.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you don't have to know, understand, or even appreciate musical theater to love this show, because it really is. It's endlessly entertaining. I, however, happen to love musical theater, so I'm like in my element watching this
If
show.
there's a season 3, what are some of the musicals you like to do?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many we could do. So hopefully there'll be even more than a season 3 if we're lucky enough to get that. But I'd love to see a season that honors Stephen Sondheim. Maybe call it Schmondheim.
Oh, Schmondheim would be amazing. I love Schmondheim.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, Schmigadoon is streaming on Apple TV Plus with new episodes every Wednesday, and season 3 will be called Schmondheim. We're just gonna have to remember that.
Green bargains, all for 50% off. See you guys.
Tomorrow on Live from Abbott Elementary, Cheryl Lee Rao.
I'll tell you what they got to do season 3 is they should do a season and mark it down, document this right here, that they should have do a combination of they should do a season based on high school musicals, right? And they should do a whole season where it centers around a high school and its high school students and teachers, and it spoofs and parodies Grease, Hairspray, and maybe even High School Musical, the Disney one, if that's a thing, if that's something that is popular enough and respected enough to be spoofed. And then you take all those 3 different high school all those musicals that are centered around high school students, and you spoof them all into one unique story. Hairspray, Grease, and maybe High School Musical. And maybe there's some other ones I don't know about, but I'm not a big musical person.
To the woods.
Saw Book of Mormon, saw Hamilton, but those aren't high school. So what do you think of that idea? Let me know. I want to make sure that if they steal it, that I can sue them and have this documentation to get to my lawyer to say it was my idea. I'm trademarking it right now.
Don't miss it. One day.
Copyrighted.
Saturday at the Room Place. You'll love our style. You'll love our prices.
Here we go. All these bargains are 50% off. Just point your phone at the corner of our screen. You'll see a QR code to make your purchase, and anything you see, you'll get. Okay, so let's get shopping with Monica.
Hi, Mangin. Welcome. So, all my life, I've dreamed of having an herb garden at the touch of my fingers.
Well, now you can. And it's Earth Day this weekend. So,
okay.
we planned this perfectly. So, we partnered with great brands. One of them is Rise. And this is an at-home place where you can grow your leafy greens, your herbs. And what I love about this one is that no watering and no light. You don't have to control any of
So
that.
if our kids in college ask for this, they're probably growing something else?
I have no comment on that. No, this one comes with everything that they'll grow. It has 12 different types of herbs and plants.
Yeah, but they could still get weed from somewhere else and take the plants that are given to them when they buy this and just store them in a drawer, plant them outside, and then specifically go get weed seeds and plant their own weed and grow their own weed in the house. This is exactly, I'm sorry, people are going to buy this to grow weed. That's it. No one's using this to grow their own herbs. It's for weed. And I bet you the damn thing costs like $500 or like $800, and it's going to be on sale for like only $300 now. And of course, ABC now and Disney's getting a percentage. So now ABC's starting to hawk shit like a flea market. They're dedicating part of their daytime shows to being a flea market and like a garage sale and basically taking a percentage. Like, don't buy any of this junk. Ugh, this is all. Ugh. If this was stuff that was good and was selling and was popular and was necessary and was useful, these companies wouldn't be paying a percentage. I guess they would because it is exposure. It depends on the percentage. If it's like 10 or 15%, but if Disney's asking for half or 40%, that means these companies have failing products. And yes, it's for weed. Put in the comment section.
It has 12 different types of herbs and
Put
plants.
in the comment section. Would you use this device to grow marijuana in your house? Or would you actually use it for herbs and plants? I'm not telling you what I do. Basil.
And they'll be grown like this within 30 days.
No kidding.
Cool. Yeah.
And we don't have to touch it.
You'll have to keep adding water.
I mean, you're going to have to pluck it.
And what I love about this one is that no watering and no light. You don't have to control any of
So
that.
if our kids in college ask for this, they're probably growing something else?
I have no comment on that. No, this one comes with everything that they'll grow. It has 12 different types of herbs and plants, and they'll be grown like this within 30 days.
No kidding.
Cool. Yeah.
And we don't have to touch it.
You'll have to keep adding water to the trough, but not every single day.
Just to the bottom.
Just to the bottom. It self-regulates and handles it, and it's really great just to have fresh food right here.
Yeah, we should do it.
You should do it.
Screen.
Right. Love it. Okay, next.
Joaquin's going to be asking for one of those for Christmas.
Really great just to have fresh food right here.
Yeah, we should do it.
You should do it.
Right.
Love it. Okay, next we have Fable Home, and this is cutlery and glassware and dinner plates and serving bowls, and it's all made from non-toxic, sustainable products. And I think they're so chic.
They are.
So great.
They're
The
great.
glassware, feel it. It feels so dainty and high-end, but it's actually made to be really
nice.
scratch-resistant and durable.
These are
Super
so cool.
Right?
Very
I love like a
cool.
matte black and a matte gold. So really
And
elevating.
these golden spoons look like they belong at Logan Roy's funeral. There, I said it, funeral.
I love that. This is such a great set, and it'll look fancy enough for the Roys.
Yeah, so nice.
Okay, so muslin comfort. This was created by a mom that was dealing with night sweats. We know nothing of that.
What do you mean? What are these night sweats you're speaking of?
I have no idea, but these blankets, wrap yourself up in that. She wanted to create a blanket that looked amazing, but also worked 365 days a year. So when you're hot, when you're cold,
I love
and
it.
they're a little bit
so
oversized.
When I'm cold, it will keep me warm, and when I'm hot, it will. Oh, you're right.
It's nice.
It's
They're
so
really
nice, and
comfy.
they're just the material.
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
it's
high end
great.
feeling, and they're oversized, so you're not going to be fighting over it when you have it. So you can use it as your comforter. We also have throws that you can just keep in the family room as well.
$150.
Yeah.
Lots of great colors. Just like that one for me.
Down to
Okay,
80.
let's talk about Ponto. So these are
I was going to say $150 marked down to like only 70, which it fits there.
Yeah.
Lots of great colors. Just like that one for me. Okay, let's talk about Ponto. So these are shoes where basically a dress shoe meets a sneaker. And I think they're so chic and so cute. So pairing these with like...
So they fit and feel like a sneaker, but they're designed to look like... It's almost like pajama pants that look like jeans, but they're pajama pants. You look at them and they look like jeans, and then you go and you feel them and they're all fuzzy. And I say those are going to be anywhere from $90 to $130, and they're going to be on special for like $40 to $75.
Shoes where basically a dress shoe meets a sneaker, and I think they're so chic and so cute. So pairing these with like cute little jeans,
of course you do. You're
pair it
getting
with
paid
the dress
to.
you're wearing. They have men and women's versions,
And
but
these
they're
are
all
made
identical.
from...
They're also same materials, and also they're waterproof, and you can wear them without socks. Our friend Ryan would have
Of
done
course,
that.
you know. Guess what? I'm not going to name anyone, but certain people last week were back here when these arrived, trying to pinch a penny.
Oh my goodness! I'm
They're
gonna have
very
to send it to them. They're super light. Really
And that's the
comfortable.
trend now, these natural, light shoes, right?
Absolutely. And what I really like too is the fun, funky colors, and they come with different colored laces. You can mix and match. So I just think they're really chic and fun and sustainable.
Click the code.
I'm trying to find my size.
Yeah, I have some in your
but
size.
I can't really see.
Oh, what do we have here?
All right, let's talk about Buff. So these are like the original Gators. The founder of these was actually going on his motorcycle through Barcelona. Doesn't it sound lovely? Barcelona. And he wanted to create a Gator to keep the sun, the dust. You can wear them 12 different ways. So
Well, missed the price on that. And then these Gators are going to be like $50, and you can get them $70. You can get them for $30.
Oh, what do we have here?
all right, let's talk about Buff. So
Sorry, guys.
you can mix and match. So I just think they're really chic and fun and sustainable.
Click the code.
Click the code.
I'm trying to find my size.
Yeah, I have some in your
but I
size.
can't.
Click the code. What's the fucking price? Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness! I'm
They're
gonna have
very
to send it to them. They're super lightweight. Really
And that's the
comfortable.
trend now, these natural, light shoes, right?
Absolutely. And what I really like too is the fun, funky colors, and they come with different colored laces. You can mix and match. So I just think they're really chic and fun and sustainable.
Click the code.
Click the code.
I'm trying to find my size.
Yeah, I have some in your
but
size.
I can't really see.
Oh, what do we have here?
$50. You can get them for
So these
$20
are like the original
for
Gators.
24
the
hours.
founder of these was actually going on his motorcycle through Barcelona. Doesn't it sound lovely? Barcelona. And he wanted to create a Gator to keep the sun, the dust. You can wear them 12 different ways. So you can wear it around your neck. You can wear it like that. I wear them like a headband, but they're UPF 50. So you're not going to get sun. You're not going to get burned. How do you feel about that look?
I like
Gail?
it.
It's pretty good.
It suits him. He looks good in all things.
He does look good in all things. But these are really great, especially
And you said it's like sunscreen almost?
SPF 50.
Oh,
it
wow.
has.
So I would just like...
So you could do like that. So it's good for like hiking.
Right. So you're buying the first product to grow weed, and now you could buy these to rob banks. Fantastic, Disney.
How do you feel about that look?
I like
Gail?
it.
Makes sense from a company that teaches our children to sexually assault women when they're sleeping by kissing them on the lips.
It's pretty good.
It suits him. He looks good in all things.
He does look good in all things. But these are really great, especially
And you said it's like sunscreen almost?
SPF 50.
Oh,
it
wow.
has.
So I would just like...
So you could do like that. So it's good for like hiking and jogging. I love it. I wear them as a headband too. I'm not going to do it right now. It will not look good on me right this second, but it's
Because
really,
sometimes
really
I
great.
get tired of just putting on sunscreen and sunscreen and sunscreen.
This looks so great.
Right?
Oh, there you go.
So
Now
I'd
you
just
look
be like,
adorable.
come on.
She is fully blocked. Yeah, you just need some shades.
Check out that price again. $30.
Tired of just putting on sunscreen and sunscreen and sunscreen.
This looks so great.
Right?
Oh, there you
So
go.
I
Now
could
you
just
look
be like,
adorable.
come on.
She is fully blocked. Yeah, you just need some shades.
These are great.
All right, demask yourself.
sorry.
Now you can get a good look at this. Okay,
Okay.
so this is Catherine Weitzman jewelry. And what I love about these is that they're just so dainty. So they're actually organic materials, like plants put inside of them. It's made from a really small team based out of Hawaii.
Do you see that?
Do you see how beautiful it is?
Do you see?
What these are is you can pick your birthday, your birth month flower. I looked yours up. It was an orange something that I haven't heard the name of. Orange something. And they're just really, really beautiful and also
Gorgeous.
sustainable. They come in necklaces, the pendants, and the earrings as well. It is Mother's Day coming up next month.
True.
Hint, hint. You should probably buy some of these for your mom.
All right. How much? Let's say that these are $80 and you can get them for $30 to $40.
Ahead of it.
So, and Mark, because this is your first week, we've made everything 50% off or more. 50% off. Right?
And available to you for the next 24 hours only at kellyandmark.com, right?
That's right. How about
Weird.
that? Yeah,
Oh my
weird
gosh.
to say. Monica, thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
always great to have you here. Coming up next, we're going to try to set that cockamamie new world record.
Don't forget to go to our website at kellyandmark.com to take advantage of these bargains for the next 24 hours only. Mark can
Uh-oh. Another fucking plug.
only.
They didn't go over those.
Mark Consuelos is Live's new co-host. Friday, Cheryl Lee Ralph from Abbott Elementary.
But it's a big deal.
Plus, Annalie Ashford. And It Takes Two Week continues.
Put in the comment section. Would you try this Guinness Book of World Records?
Ever since Ryan and I attempted 4 times to break the world record for most jumpers, aka sweaters, put on in 30 seconds by a team of 2, because apparently people are very bored at home, we've been itching to try again.
All right, so we want to beat our producers. Who are they? Jan and Jim. They set the record with how many? 9?
9 sweaters.
9 sweaters. We have our adjudicator here,
Michael Embrick.
Yeah, today. Michael, remind us of the rules.
So here's what I'm looking for. You're putting one sweater on at a time. You have 30 seconds. The sweaters have to be pulled down to the waist before you go on to the next one.
Got it?
Got it. I hate this for the record.
So the mark to beat is currently 9. You need 10 sweaters to break the record.
Okay, I feel like I should take my skirt off and potentially my bra.
Do that. Put it in the comment section. Should she do that? And while you're at it, take a guess. Let's play a game. How many do you think they'll get? I believe that they'll get 6. And they'll be in the middle of the 7th when time runs out, and they won't get the record.
Okay, I feel like I should take my skirt off and potentially my bra. Okay. Any advice for us?
But how will we see you?
Well, you have to work as a team.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
you're going to go faster than you have in the past.
You want us to take a break now?
No. Warm up to get. All right, we're gonna get ready.
All right, we're going to take a break and warm up with more inspirational talk with Michael Embrick. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Live from the Broadway musical Sweeney Todd, Annalie Ashford. What's the #1 retinol?
You want us to take a break now?
No. Warm up to get. All right, we're gonna get ready.
All right, we're going to take a
3, 2, 1, go.
When you bundle home, auto, and life. American American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
From Guinness World Records, and Mark is raring to go. Michael, on your countdown, we will try to attempt to break this.
Absolutely. So it's Mark. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, go. You start when I say go. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, 6, 1. No, don't help her. She pulls him down. Don't do that. You're wasting time. Both of them are trying to pull it down, and they're messing it up. They already blew it because he messed up on the first two. Because instead of going for the next sweater, he was spending too much time. No. Go more. See, now he's staring at the camera. Fucking camera whore.
Okay, so that looks like you got 6 down to the waist, so slightly off the mark to beat, but an amazing effort for the first time.
Do not applaud that. We suck. And this is the dumbest record ever.
Some records were not meant to be broken.
You look adorable. You look really cute. Hey, listen, Guinness Book of World Records 2023 is available wherever books are sold. Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Great effort.
We'll be right back. Stick around. Let's never do this again.
Monday on Live for the new series, The Last Thing He Told Me, Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
This is proof.
Look at the beginning where she's supposed to help pull them down, and he's pulling him down out of a habit because he dresses himself, and that's wasting time right there.
Raring to go, Michael.
Still, they would have just gotten to 7, maybe 8. They wouldn't have done it, but you gotta learn from these little mistakes and correct them for the next time.
Okay. 3, 2,
Watch his hands.
1, go.
Right. Go, reach. See, don't do that. Go. Now bend over, and hope. See what he did again. Can't do that. She should be telling him after the first one, don't pull them down. Just go for the next one. I'm supposed to pull them down, but she's not even doing that. And then he stares at the camera like a whore. 4, 3, 2, 1, die. Right here. See how he did that? He stopped and stared. Right there. He should be bending over to get another one, but he has to get his admiration. Like, look at me, I'm a star. You could tell. They're both very, very cocky people. They love the spotlight. It's all about them. They definitely love attention. They love being the center of attention. Very conceited people.
5.
Yeah.
All right, I wanted to win.
I would have been in the inbox, letting him know right away.
Sorry about that.
Why are you sorry?
Well, I wanted to win
you.
that.
I failed you. I didn't pull down fast enough. It's one of my biggest problems.
Yeah.
On this show.
Didn't seem to have that problem when we were conceiving our children. God. She had trouble pulling down too fast. She wasn't pulling.
Because it helps with healthy.
She had trouble pulling down too fast. Yeah. Ironically, you didn't have that problem when we were making our babies.
Joints and inflammation support. Cunol, the brand I trust. Sorry about that.
Why are you sorry?
Well,
I
wanted to
failed
win
you.
that.
I failed you. I didn't pull down fast enough. It's one of my biggest problems on this show. Can't pull down the sweaters fast enough. Here's an interesting reader response. Dawn Weiss from
Yes.
Durham, Michigan. Mark reminds me of a big snowstorm about 16 years ago. So you remind Dawn of a snowstorm.
I'm with her so far.
I was driving to work and got stuck in the snow, so I called PD. I eventually had to pee in a bowl I found in my van because of the weight. So now I pour it out in the all-white snow next to my door. Next, I see coming down the road an officer that looks just like Mark.
Okay.
I was dying of embarrassment. Now I will remember every morning when I watch Kelly and Mark. You're welcome, Dawn.
Officer Handsome.
Officer Handsome.
All right.
That's right.
This is from Lance Brady from Nokomis, Florida. Mark, you are so funny. You both produce so much magic. I wish I knew what your secret was. I'm on my 4th wife. You always stop after 2. Yes, that's the secret.
Lance, if I can speak on behalf of your wives, maybe you might look within. Introspection there, yeah. The call's coming from inside the house. Terry Seahusen from New London, Minnesota. Mark, your smile melts our hearts.
Oh.
So true. Dynamite smile.
Oh.
Go ahead, give us a little.
Can we do the thing?
Yeah, sure.
Is that what you hear when I come home and smile at you?
Every time you smile at me, that is the sound effect I hear.
An angel.
An angel gets its wings.
Gets its wings.
Hey, on tomorrow's show, Cheryl Lee Ralph will be here.
All right. We also have Annalie Ashford.
And It Takes Two Week continues with couples therapy. You're not going to want to miss that. Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Join ABC7 and help end MS forever. Bring your friends and family to Soldier Field for Walk MS on April 30th. Head out to the suburbs on May 7th. Go online to register today.
Direct from Broadway, Into the Woods is coming to Chicago. Don't miss your chance to get your wish. April 25th through May 7th. Do all you can to book a ticket. Should you go? Of course you should. Into the Woods at the Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayandChicago.com.
Now is the time to update your floors with Luna's.
Contact with
Well,
you.
thank you guys so much for watching. That was episode 5. Oh my gosh. So thank you very much. Episode 4, I'm sorry. Jane Krakowski. Thank you. Monica Mangin with the friendly bargains. I'd have to feel the shoes and probably negotiate them down to like less than $50, but it's a good concept. They seem kind of very weak where like they're waterproof, but they seem like they're very, I don't know, that they could easily break. I'm not sure. Cheap reusable plastic. It's like taking a copy of a copy. The Xerox of the Xerox doesn't look as good as the original. And yes, Jane Krakowski looking beautiful on the trapeze. Thanks for all the advice. Comment on this episode if you'd like. Give it a like, dislike, all that stuff. Comment on my comments. Remember, I am sacrificing my entire life for the good of the American public by making sure you get your daily dose of morning television. So that way you learn how to schmooze your way into lots of money for little work. Till next time, make sure to check out our next episode and all our previous episodes. I'm Kelly Consuelo. So leaving you with this lovely word of advice is that if you do less work and make more money, how come when I do more work, I make no money? Think about it. All right, you guys. Adios.